Black Hollow never truly slept. It only waited. Rowan Vale knew this better than anyone. At 32, he had learned that the town's silence was not peace, it was restraint. Every full moon, he followed the same ritual, the same preparation, the same discipline. Curtains drawn, mirrors covered, a journal placed on the desk beside a dim lantern. Not because he feared becoming a werewolf, but because he feared losing control. At exactly 11:42 p.m., the transformation began. Bones stretched with familiar pain, muscles tightened. Silver-gray fur crept across pale skin. His heartbeat slowed instead of racing, his mind sharpening as it always did. But this time, something was wrong. A pulse moved through him. Not a sound, not a thought. A rhythm, deep, deliberate, ancient. Pulse. Pause. Pulse. Rowan staggered toward the window. The full moon hung unnaturally still, brighter than it had ever been, as if pinned in the sky. The pulse intensified when he looked directly at it. It felt like recognition. Rowan stepped outside into the cold night air. The forest was silent. No insects, no wind. Even the trees stood frozen. Then, another pulse, stronger. Rowan dropped to one knee, claws sinking into the dirt. Images flickered at the edge of his mind. Symbols he had never seen before. Carved lines forming patterns that almost felt mathematical. When the moon finally dipped behind clouds, the pulse vanished. The silence rushed back all at once. The next morning, Black Hollow felt wrong. Dogs refused to leave their homes. Birds flew in uneven circles. A local hunter was found unconscious, mumbling about silver pressure in the sky. Rowan wrote everything down. Time, moon position, physical reaction. At the bottom of the page, he hesitated. Then wrote, "The moon initiated contact." That night, Rowan dreamed for the first time in years. He stood beneath a silver sky, not alone. The second full moon did not wait for Rowan to be ready. It arrived with consequences. 2 werewolves from the northern woods vanished without warning. No struggle, no blood. Only scorched ground, silvered, as if moonlight itself had burned the earth. Rowan followed the trail through the mountains, deeper than he had ever gone. That's where he found them, ancient ruins. Stone pillars, half buried in moss and time, etched with symbols that matched the rhythms he had recorded. When moonlight touched them, the carvings glowed faintly, alive, responsive. This place wasn't abandoned, it was dormant. As the moon rose, Rowan transformed again. The pulse returned, faster now, urgent. His vision fractured into flashes. Forests collapsing under silver fire, werewolves standing in perfect silence, a colossal shadow moving behind the moon. The ruins were not a shrine, they were a signal amplifier. Back in Black Hollow, the town began to unravel. People dreamed the same dream, standing beneath a glowing sky, hearing a voice whisper a single word. Soon. Electronics failed during moonrise. Radios picked up static that sounded almost like breathing. Rowan realized something terrifying. The pulses were increasing in frequency. This wasn't a message being repeated. It was a sequence progressing. And then Rowan found something worse. His own name carved into the deepest pillar. Not recently, centuries old. The final alignment was approaching. And whatever the moon was preparing for, it required him to be there. End of episode 2. The final episode reveals what the moon was truly saying. The final full moon rose red. Storm clouds tore across the sky as Rowan stood at the ruins, trench coat soaked, heart steady. He didn't fight the transformation, he welcomed it. The pulse struck with overwhelming force. Symbols ignited, the air vibrated. Moonlight bent, no longer reflecting, but focusing. And then silence absolute. Rowan understood. The moon was not alive. It was a mirror, a beacon placed in the sky by something ancient. Something that created werewolves not as curses, but as receivers. The curse was design. The intelligence during transformation was intentional. The vanished werewolves had answered early. The final message unfolded in his mind, clear and undeniable. Guardians of the threshold, awaken. You were made to hear us. The sleeper beyond the sky is stirring. The moon flared once, then dimmed. Far beyond it, something moved. Rowan lifted his head, silver eyes blazing brighter than ever. He finally knew his purpose. Not to fear the moon, not to worship it, but to stand ready when it speaks again. Because the message wasn't meant to end the world. It was meant to protect it. The moon has spoken, and the chosen have heard. Subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.